halt, and that's really weird. And now my microphone should be on. There we go. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Slate. It is the Friday night edition of the Slate, where we preview WWE SmackDown. WWE SmackDown. Friday nights. Just for you. Just for you. That's what I do here. Thank you very much for everyone for being here. We're pumped. We're pumped because it's 2021 and there's a lot of stuff happening in the United States that I know it's creating a certain type of energy. Let's put it that way. Let's use that energy into having a good time here tonight, right here on youtube.com/MrWarrenHayes. I'm glad you guys are here to hear me talk about what's coming up tonight on SmackDown and stuff. But hey, want to say hello to Spencer Love from Love Wrestling, who is in the chat. How you doing? Also say hello to Wrestling Plug Inc., our pal Pluggo, who's here. Good to see you. Anakin JMT as well. Nice to see you, sir. And Aaron Entertainment. Oh, look at this. Anakin JMT is here. And thank you very much for the very kind super chat, Anakin. And he says $10 to not talk Jay White. Hey, this is not a New Japan stream. This is a WWE SmackDown preview stream, and my light is pretty bright, wouldn't you say? Like, I feel like I'm glaring something fierce. That's a little better. Yeah, that's better. But thank you very much for the super chat, Anakin. No Jay White talk tonight. However, if you do want to hear me talk about Jay White, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to be posting a link on the channel on youtube.com/MrWarrenHayes to invite you all to come listen to me talk about Wrestle Kingdom 15. I haven't had a chance to properly talk about it, give my final thoughts on the big event. So I'll be doing that tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Saturday, right? It'll be the 9th, January 9th. We're not quite a week removed. It's not old news yet. And I said, there's things I need to share about Wrestle Kingdom 15. There's New Japan stuff I'd like to talk about, such as Jay White, such as the Great Okan, such as El Desperado being relegated to the junior tag division again. All that kind of great stuff. That's all things I'd like to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it tonight, but join me tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., right here. I'll post a link pretty much when we're done here. I was getting everything ready, and then I just lift my head up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get ready for streams. There we go. This is where we are. Hello, Floman. How are you? You're a bit crackly. Hello, Imran. Good to see you as well. Welcome to the fantastic world of wrestling on the MrWarrenHayes show. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I think I know. The thing is with the audio. Here's the weird thing. And this is something that I've read up on. Yeah, look at that. That's way too high. This is going to be a lot better. The weird thing with the audio is, and this is a known issue that exists, is Skype takes over the audio, like the main audio on, it takes over the main audio for some reason. And then it just screws around with it. So I don't know why. It peaks up the gain like to the max, and it's like, it's really annoying. But anyway. I want to say hello to Imran. Welcome to the chat as well. Okay, so we've got ourselves another show of WWE SmackDown tonight, and a couple of things are on the program. Probably, well, but before we start, no, we'll start. There's a lot of title related things happening tonight, so this is very, very interesting. First and foremost, we are going to let's talk about the Street Profits taking on Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode in a SmackDown Tag Team title match. Yes, this is something that's going to happen. Let's, as we like to do with WWE, let's read their fascinating marketing copy that they provide us every week to get us hype for this match. After an absolutely brutal chair assault by Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, it was confirmed on WWE Talking Smack that the SmackDown Tag Team Champions will once again put their illustrious titles on the line against the Show-Off and his glorious partner. The nicknames, man, these they're not even nicknames, they're like corporate adjectives. It's as if we... Anyway. The Street Profits bested the challengers in their final match of 2020, but Ziggler and Rudd hope to capture the magic of their earlier victories to open up the new year. Considering the vicious nature of the attack by their would-be challengers, will the Street Profits, particularly the knee of Montez Ford, be in any condition to repel the dangerous opposition? Well, if they're exclusively depending on Montez's knee, I don't think, even if with a healthy knee, I don't think entirely depending on one's knee to counteract the dangerous opposition is a good strategy. I think you need a few more limbs, a few more, you need a few more limbs involved in this strategy here, like arms and legs, the whole leg, not just the knee. Perhaps some torso work, forearms, Listen, here's the thing. I think, like, this is the perfect encapsulation, right, of why we get bothered when WWE sort of runs back the same matches all over and over and over again. And, I don't think we should sit around here and, keep harping on the fact that there's no tag teams in WWE. So this is the main reason, right? This is the main reason. There's no tag teams. To have a proper rotation, to have an interesting division. So what are they going to do? They're going to have to go back to all these teams. But of course, if we hadn't seen Roode and Ziggler and all of these in non-title match situations and singles matches, maybe this would be more interesting, but it's not. It's not. Will the match be good? I think it will be fine. I don't think it's going to be anything really spectacular. I'm not expecting it to be out of the ordinary, but and it's weird when you consider that there's good tag team workers within these units here. Bobby Roode should probably go down. I think, let me rephrase that. Bobby Roode's legacy will probably be the fact that he's a very, very good tag team wrestler. Not that he was bad or anything when he was having his glorious run in NXT, for instance, but I think there's something to be said about every tag team that he's been in. He's had incredible success and he's very good at it. So I don't know. Hard to get hype about this match in particular, because you don't feel, despite the fact that the match does have stakes, you don't feel like there's anything really interesting about it. You know what I mean? Anyway, but we'll keep an eye on it. This is a match that's happening tonight. Could be a lot worse. Want to say hello to Manny Santos, our man on the inside in WWE. Good to see you, Manny. Welcome to the chat. And Stefan Block wishing me no, it's not too late to wish a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Stefan. I think, I've had this conversation before with, and Evan Wright, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. I've had this conversation before with colleagues, with colleagues within the workplace. And I think everyone kind of agrees that once we move into February, like past January 31st, I think it's awkward to wish a Happy New Year to someone, especially, let's say work contacts, people that suppliers or clients that you maybe you didn't have a chance to talk to them in January. In February, this would be my advice. This is how I go about it. Warren's office etiquette. This is how I do it. If you call a client or a supplier that you have a good relationship with in February, didn't have a chance, an opportunity to talk to them in January, but you have to call them in February, you pick up your phone device and you go, "Oh, hi, Jim from Boxes Are Gyms. How are you?" "Yeah, that's fine." "Hey, Jim, first time I get to speak to you in the new year. Yeah, I know, it's been a while." That's how I do it. Instead of going, "Hello, Jim from Jim's Boxes Are Us. Hey, yeah, it's Warren. Hey, Happy New Year. It's February 14. Oh, Happy Valentine's Day, Jim." See how awkward that's the kind of situation that you can completely avoid. If you establish the law to yourself where you're like, "Hey, you know what? In February, just don't wish Happy New Year to anyone anymore." That's how I do. Yes, from the world famous box company Boxes Are Gyms. Anyway, so hey, and if you want more office etiquette tips, I'm your man. Been navigating the corporate scene since time immemorial. So yeah, okay. Thomas Gories is here too. Well, look at that. Welcome to the chat. We are going to have an Intercontinental Championship match where Apollo Crews is going to challenge Big Edward, Big Edmund, Big... what is Big E's real name? I don't know what his shoot name is. Big E Langston. Whoops. If I could spell that, it'd probably go well. Langston. Ettore. Ettore. His birth name is Ettore Ewan. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the name Ettore before. That's cool. Ettore. So, and does the E then stand for his first name or his last name? Wonder what Apollo Crews' real name is. Right? Might as well figure it out. Apollo Crews, his birth name was, oh my god, I'm going to butcher this. Sesug Uha. Sesug. Oh my goodness. Sesugh. That's his first name. Last name is Uhaa. See, definitely slightly more Apollo Crews, slightly more easy to pronounce. Well, that's okay. See, you learn things when you hang out on the pre-stream. Anyway, both of these gentlemen are going to be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship on the January 1st edition of SmackDown. Intercontinental Champion Big E joined forces with Apollo Crews to overcome the tandem of Sami Zayn and King Corbin. The powerhouse of positivity, capitalized, by the way, is eager to prove himself a fighting champion. So rather than sit back and wait for a challenger to present himself, Big E announced that he will issue an open challenge for his title the following week on the Blue brand. Instead, Apollo Crews stepped up and informed Big E that he will be accepting that challenge. Yeah. And that's where we're at tonight. Now, long-time listeners of the Mr. Warren Hayes show, especially in 2020, if you've been listening to the show, I've told you, don't get excited about an Apollo Crews push. WWE has trained us to not get excited for an Apollo Crews push. And he got somewhat of a push, but my God, that whatever momentum that he had going this year or in 2020 was quickly quashed once he started moving on from from his feud with the Hurt Business. And then, of course, the two certainties about Apollo Crews' career are as follow. Never trust in his pushes, because he's going to get depushed. And whenever there's a draft or a shakeup, he changes brands. And it's the same thing every time. Every time there's a draft, Apollo Crews goes to the other brand. Every single time. So now he's back on SmackDown. And quite frankly, there's no way in hell he's beating Big E tonight. Absolutely no way. This has the potential to be a very fun fight. It has the potential to be really, really, really good. But again, there's nothing to be excited about outside the fact of seeing Big E. I think the hook to this match is having Big E be I think the hook is seeing Big E defend his title for the first time. I think that's the thing. I think this is what we're interested in. This is what's going to make us tune in and pay attention to this match, because the result doesn't matter. We know what the result is, but like anything in wrestling, I like to say, I like to feel, I like to emote. Just because an outcome is predictable doesn't mean that the road to get there it won't be fun. You know, just because you're expecting someone to win a match doesn't mean that getting to that victory will be boring. That isn't necessarily predictable. Case in point, Eddie Kingston versus Jon Moxley. There was no way in hell that there was absolutely no way in hell that Eddie Kingston was going to win the AEW World Championship title at Full Gear. Absolutely no way. But what a ride to get there. Hell of a compelling match. Then next, we're going to have a gauntlet match, folks. Oh wait, Anakin left us a super chat. Thank you very much, Anakin, for the super chat. I appreciate it. He said E. I think he means Big E. Otherwise, it's just like weird. Said on his pod that E doesn't stand for anything. I think he's a bit of a liar. But his first name starts with an E. His surname starts with an E. Come on now, Big E. What are you talking about? You don't really think that I'm gonna swallow that horse pucky? That's right, I said horse pucky. Thank you very much, Anakin, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm just looking at today. Wow. We're celebrating 25 years of Stone Cold Steve Austin. 25 years of Stone Cold Steve Austin in WWE. Why is this? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? All right. I got confused for a second. Because I was like, wait, isn't Stone Cold Day March 13? But basically we're celebrating his debut in WWE 25 years ago. Okay. Because I was confused for a second here. I was because I was like, isn't Stone Cold Day March 13? March 16, excuse me. God, do you guys remember that last year? It was one of the earliest things that WWE did in a closed arena. Do you guys remember Stone Cold Day? And then they had Stone Cold come out and he had like little cue cards to read off what you have to do on Stone Cold Day, and it was super lame. That was so bad. Then you had Byron Saxton, who was who was cheering, right? And then he ate a stunner. He ate a couple of stunners at the end, but it was just so annoying. The perfect example of a corporation trying to push push something. Like they really wanted to create, hey, today is 316. Like WWE wanted their May the 4th, right? But instead of, having it happen organically through fans, it's like, well, we're going to create 316 day and then force feed us. This is what you need to do on 316 day, on Steve Austin day. And you could tell Austin was like, what the hell is this shit? What am I doing here? Give me my money and I can leave. There is no Goldberg Day. Those wondering in the chat. So let's talk about the gauntlet match. We've got, so it's a gauntlet match to determine who will challenge Universal Champion Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. Well, here, let me read the description, and we can all talk about it here. We've got tonight's SmackDown main event will feature an epic gauntlet match, folks. It's going to be epic, okay? To determine who will challenge Universal Champion Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble, pitting highly decorated superstars Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, highly decorated, Shinsuke Nakamura, highly decorated, and King Corbin, highly decorated, against each other in an all-out battle to face the head of the table. Who will walk away from the chaos with the Universal title opportunity? So clearly Kevin Owens is going to be out selling an injury here, which I can get behind. I think he ate a good beating last week, and I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them being. I'm okay with them going, having Kevin Owens sell an injury, right? He took a good solid beating last week. Why not push him off TV for a bit? Although for me it kind of stunts my plans as to what they're going to do with Kevin Owens moving forward, because I kind of expected a rematch for Royal Rumble. I'm okay if they're giving this a little distance and maybe bring back Owens and Reigns for Elimination Chamber, maybe? I don't think it's I don't think it's a WrestleMania match, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. I think it's a good combination. They were clearly, the match they had at TLC demonstrated that they have great chemistry, that they're ready to go the extra mile. I'm okay with them fighting each other, and I'm okay with them taking a little break before revisiting this feud. I think this is smart, but I don't think it's a WrestleMania match per se. That's just me. When you look at the people who are in this this gauntlet match, I think first and foremost you have to eliminate the heels. I don't think uber heel Roman Reigns right now can fight another heel. It just would not work. You have to get a babyface in here. So apologies to Shinsuke, apologies to Sami and Baron Corbin, I guess, but I don't think any one of these three actually moves forward. DGMC left us a super chat. Thank you very much, DGMC, which echoes my thought process here. And hello, by the way, Injection 2K, welcome to the chat. And Patrick Mason as well, good to see you. DGMC says, I think Ray wins tonight and Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. If you ask me, and you probably aren't, but I'm still going to tell you anyway. Rey Mysterio, a perennial babyface, loved by the audience, all-around good guy, facing mean, despicable, nasty, powerful, awful Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. Boom. That right there is instant cool. Plus, I mean, we know Roman isn't going to lose the title to Rey Mysterio, but we'll be damned if it won't be a fantastic struggle to get to there. And I will be more than excited to see a healthy Rey Mysterio get into a singles match that he can sink his teeth into, as opposed to playing second fiddle to his son, Buddy Murphy, or whoever else. Thank you very much, Anakin, for the super chat. I'll get to you in a quick second here. Oh my God, give me a second here. So I really think that this is the best. It's really the best scenario going in here. Of course, I did say healthy, and I hope Ray's injuries, he was hurt for a while, I hope it's all healed up. I hope he's all patched up and ready to go. So that to me is a good Royal Rumble match. Roman versus Ray, I'm in for it. You got me. Just a shame. Not a shame. This is a good use of Rey Mysterio. Finally. And as for Daniel Bryan, well, I think Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan is a WrestleMania match. I think that's where you keep it. And I know, there's a lot of rumors going around that the betting odds right now, they all favor Daniel Bryan. I don't know how the betting odds are favoring anyone at this point, since we don't even know half of who's in the Royal Rumble. But I think it is the match that makes the most sense for a WrestleMania for Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. And it's one that I can legitimately get excited about, because I think it will be very, very, very good. Daniel Bryan has never let us down. I think Roman is in his comfort zone with this role as a heel, and I think his in-ring style, which was primed to be a heel, I think he's leaned into it perfectly. This is good stuff. Of course, we can continue crying over the misuse of Shinsuke Nakamura. That's fine. And, Baron Corbin, hey, I don't give a Let's get into the super chats. The very generous super chat that Anakin left. And thank you very much, Anakin, for all your super chats tonight. I appreciate it. He says, I declare June 21st in leap years as Goldberg Day. Oh, yeah. As it is the 173rd day of the year, Bill Goldberg shall have a billionth day. Well, here's the thing. The streak is fishy. It's always been fishy. I mean, I think you can have two Bill Goldberg days, one with the real streak and one with the streak that WCW and WWE have tried to have a swallow, right? So that we could have 2 days, and on the real day of the real streak, then we truly celebrate how much of a twat Bill Goldberg is. DGMC left us a super chat as well. Thank you very much, DGMC. He says, little bummed we won't get Goldberg and Roman versus at the Rumble. I'm not. I'm a little bummed we're getting Goldberg at the Rumble, period. How about that? Blech. 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 I want to thank everyone for joining me this evening on this edition of The Slate. Really appreciate it. Hope SmackDown lives up to your expectations. Nothing announced for the women. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, we see a little more of Sonya Deville, because I'm really, really hoping. I hope everything is a little more in order. The case isn't settled or anything. She's still going to have to deal with that. But I hope things are at least a bit in order so that she can come back on TV. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. If it's the first time that you pop in, do consider giving me a subscription right here on youtube.com/MrWarrenHayes. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., I'm going to be giving my final thoughts on Wrestle Kingdom 15, 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Join me for that. Otherwise, there'll be slates next week. There'll be a Mr. Warren Hayes show next Thursday. Can't wait to see you there, folks. Enjoy SmackDown. Bye-bye.